Hey, it's Dr. Wonder. I just finished with a patient who came to my dinner talk, my reverse diabetes dinner talk. And I asked her, what did I say in the presentation that kind of, resonated with her to make her want to, set up an appointment with me to see if we'd be able to take her case. And she said, when you laid out the story of how I was diagnosed, you were talking right to me. And she said, you should tell more people that story. And so here we go. So typically a person is diagnosed, they go to their doctor. It's typically not for diabetes. Maybe it's their yearly checkup, a life insurance exam. Maybe they just weren't feeling so good. But they go to the office, they get blood done, and then they get a call a couple days later from the office, and they're told, hey, the doctors saw your blood work, we want to see you. And you go into the office, and, I'm going to make a long story short. They say, here, Mrs. Jones, I'm sorry to inform you, you are a type 2 diabetic. And I'm told, before the doctor clicks his ink pen and gives them a script, and that script is typically Metformin, when they say, hey, you're a type 2 diabetic. And then later on down, whether it's 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, the doctor says, hey, listen, I told you to change your diet, lose weight, and exercise. That doesn't seem to be working because your numbers are starting to increase. Here, take this. And now we get into one of the G drugs, typically Glipizide, Glipizide. And then when that doesn't work, they go to Actos, Januvia. When that doesn't work, they go to OOO Ozempic, Jardiance, Invokana, Farxiga, and then the new one now is Rybelsus, and then eventually on insulin. And incidentally, about 90% of these patients are also on what I call the diabetic cocktail. What's a diabetic cocktail? Blood sugar, blood pressure, and a statin. And what's interesting is about 50% of these patients who are on either blood pressure or a statin, which is a drug that lowers your cholesterol, your triglycerides, etc., they don't have this problem. And I'm like, well, why are you taking this medication if you don't have the problem? And they all tell me in some way, shape, or form of another, my doctor told me eventually I'm going to get it. I might as well start taking it, which I don't know if that passes the common sense test with you, but it doesn't with me. So if you're interested in how we reverse type 2 diabetes, get in touch, click the link at the bottom. Okay, that's all for now.